Hey, Chef with BBQPlus, and here's a question that I get quite often, which is, should I buy a pellet grill? So let's talk about it a little bit. Let's see how a pellet grill works. Let's talk about that this might be the right thing or the wrong thing for you. So you've probably heard of the name Traeger. So Joe Traeger lived in Oregon, and he had a company that built furnaces that were run off of pellets. He was at a barbecue one day and had trouble with his gas grill. Word is he actually just kicked it over off of the deck and said, I'm going to make something better. He wanted a real wood flavor. He wanted the ease that he had learned about in how to put together a pellet furnace, and said, I'm going to make a pellet grill. So Traeger has been synonymous with pellet grills ever since the 90s. Their patent ran out. A lot of other folks have now built pellet grills, and there's lots of different options, different brands out there. But the way they work is pretty much the same. You plug them in to the wall because you've got some electronics. This right here is the temperature controller, and that's really the main brain of it. What you do is you set this based on what temperature you want to have in your cook chamber. Your fuel source is these pellets. They come in different types of wood. It's basically compressed sawdust, but you can use like a maple or a cherry or an apple, which is great on pork. If you're doing some salmon, alder is the choice. If you're doing some beef, you probably want to go up to a little bit more hardier, like a mesquite or an oak. It can handle that. And in the bottom, there's an auger. So that auger turns and it delivers the pellets down inside. And when it does that, it runs them into what's called a fire pot. And that's a steel pot where the pellets actually burn. There's a fan in there that blows air, and the air keeps those ignited. Initially, it's ignited by something called a hot rod or an igniter that glows red hot for the first few minutes of when you start this up. There's a little temperature rod inside of here, a little temperature probe, and that communicates with the controller to tell it what the temperature is inside. Hey, it's getting a little cool in here. Let's send some more pellets. So the auger runs, drops some more pellets into that fire pot, and they begin to burn, and we maintain those temperatures. These are super versatile as far as what you can cook on them. You can do burgers on, but it's not really made for burgers. And you're not going to get that flame broiled and grill marks and all of that. You're just going to get a smoky burger that's taken a little bit longer maybe to cook because you don't have those super high temperatures. But where these really shine is you want to do some ribs, pulled pork, so you're doing a pork shoulder, you're doing a brisket, maybe you're doing some pork chops that you really want that smoky flavor to, and you've got some extra time to be able to do this. These are great to be able to use on a weekend to cook in your backyard. A brisket, that might take 12, 14 hours to cook. In fact, I did 4 pork shoulders last weekend for a block party. What I did was I put those on the night before. It was obviously in a bigger grill than this one, and to be able to hold all 4 of those pork butts or pork shoulders, I put them on at 9:30 at night. I filled up the hopper with pellets so I wouldn't run out, and it ran all night. 6:30 in the morning, woke up, went out, took a look at it. Smoke was still coming out, everything was looking great. Temperature was rising on the meat, temperature was just perfect inside the grill. Still holding that 225 degrees, and then I could do the other preparation that I needed, which was turn it up a little bit. I wrapped it in those pork shoulders in foil, and we finished off that smoke by about 11 to noon, and then pulled those pork shoulders out, put them in a cooler to be able to rest for about an hour and a half or so, and then finished them off. Fantastic pulled pork. Everybody in the block party just really loved it. Great flavor, great smoke to it, just fantastic. And the nice thing is, I wasn't babysitting it, so it makes it really easy. After you're done doing a cook in here, you want everything to cool down. And then you're gonna pull the grill racks out of there. There's a drip tray in there that you're gonna pull. You're gonna clean that drip tray off a little bit, at least scrape the big chunks off of it. And then down in the bottom, there's what's called a hot pot or the fire pot. And you need to vacuum that out because you're gonna have residual ash from those pellets that's down in there. You wanna keep that clean. And if you don't do that, you're going to have problems with your grill. You're going to have, you don't want to do that. Clean out the fire pot and vacuum out the inside of the grill, and then clean the grates and clean that drip tray, and you're ready to go. It's pretty easy to do. The nice thing about the drip tray is what it does is it makes any grease or anything just go down into this little bucket down in the end. So that way it makes cleanup easier as well. So what I would say is if you're considering getting into backyard smoking, you'd like to do something different than maybe just some burgers on a gas grill or on a charcoal grill, I would definitely consider a pellet grill. And lots of different manufacturers. This is 22 inches wide in the cook surface. There's a lot of them that go up to 34 inches and also have multiple racks inside so that you could stack a whole bunch of ribs in there and really do some fantastic cooking. Hope this has helped you out. Hope it gives you some information on pellet grills, and you can make your decision. Do you like this or not? Do you want to get into one of these? Just make sure you keep it clean. That's all I say. Hey, if you like what we're doing here, hit the subscribe, turn on the notifications, and give me some comments. Share it with your friends also if you know somebody and you've been talking about pellet grills with them and they want a little bit more information. Hopefully this can help them out as well as you. And as always, hey, thanks for watching. So figure out what you're going to cook in your backyard. Is it going to be on a pellet grill? It might be.